So here we've got the complex surface student version for the Project Lead the Way Sim Class 3D CAM strategies. And I'm going to take you through this. Our setup is similar to what we had before. I'm going to start with let's see, we'll just do nope, not a contour. We'll do a pocket. We'll do a 2D pocket in here with let's see if that fits. We're going to find out. See if that fits. Looks like it fits. I got stock to leave checked off in there, so I'm going to go back and edit that. Definitely don't want that. See if it works. And no, that tool will not fit in there, so let me go change tools. So as you can see, I'm sort of selecting through this, picking through this, seeing if I get what I want. If I don't get what I want, I can always go back and edit things by checking or unchecking items, changing tools, and that looks good. That's going to fit in that corner. Excellent. So I will then go over to my adaptive clearing, just like I did on the last one. Switch to my larger tool. I definitely want stock to leave here, so we're going to click OK and see what we get. We should get like a Mayan pyramid with steps kind of going up this this complex slope shape here. Yep, here we go. So again, removing a lot of the material, but not all of the material, because we have to definitely go back with a different 3D toolpath. I didn't show you the scallop last time, so I'll show you that this time. Again, 3D finishing toolpath. We're going to use a 3/8 ball nose, and we'll mess with our passes a little bit. Actually, let's just check. Let's just click OK and see what happens. We can always go back and fix and edit. I'm a big proponent of that. Okay, so we got some stuff here that's going on that I don't really like. I already machined that pocket. I don't need to machine it again. So I'm going to go through here, my geometry tab, and I'm going to add some surfaces that I don't want to machine. I don't want to machine any of these. I have to flip that around and get that in there. Okay, and my action is going to be avoid that surface. So if I choose OK, you'll notice that that area turns red. So basically what we're telling the computer is, hey, machine this with that scalloping toolpath, but don't touch this area at all. You may end up with an issue. You may have to check contact point boundary. Okay, so if it's disabled, the tool may touch an area you don't want it to. If it's enabled, it basically goes by where it will move the tool to where that it will contact the material. So I'll check that off, and we'll give this a shot. See how it goes with our scallop. Okay, not bad. I got some more stuff. It's definitely coming down over the edge here a little bit. Let's do a simulation and see what it looks like. And I'm going to scrub through this kind of quick. My computer is going to be very upset. Yeah, let's stop that. I'm going to try to get this section over here where it's coming down off to the side. I'm going to see if I can go back and edit that a little bit. There's a couple of ways I can do it. I can do another avoid surfaces where I avoid these four sides. That's one way to do it. I can also change my bottom height. See, I have all these options in here. So I can change my bottom height to selection and select here. And that's the area where I kind of don't want this to move past. I don't want it to come down over here around the corner. Let's just see what that does. Yeah, that looks much better. So what I'm telling the tool is, hey, you need to stop right here. Don't go any lower than that by just. So that looks like it's okay. Now the only thing left to do is remember, when you're simulating these things for your submissions, or you're turning it in and whatnot, if you have multiple toolpaths in here, which you will have with your 3D toolpaths, it's important that you select setup at the top and then simulate. Because if you just have the scallop or the adaptive or the pocket selected, it's only going to simulate that one thing. So I've got the setup here. I'm going to go ahead and we'll simulate this. There's my pocket, there's my adaptive, and now it's going through my scalloping toolpath. Again, I didn't really mess with my step over on that, I just kind of let it run. And I've got a lot of stuff going on here graphically, so I'm going to turn my toolpaths off. Kind of let you see what it looks like without all that junk in the way. Not really sure why it went back and it left those areas and then went back and did them again, but I would say that's okay. That looks all right. It looks like maybe my 3/8 end mill didn't get into that corner all the way. Right in here, as you can see, I've got a little bit of material that's left there, a little bit around here, but for the most part, I would say that's looking pretty good. So that's the complex. And feel free to play with any of these other toolpaths and see what you come up with. You know, there's no set way to do this. It's just based on the results you're looking for. So I hope that helps.